Welcome to Rawk The Mic. I go by the name of Drerawka alongside my man Heeva.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Dre.
Wife didn't even clap for you.
Wow.
Wife didn't even clap for you.
No love.
No, I'm just playing, man. Heeva, man, it's been a long time coming, my brother.
Yes, sir. Bro, I think this is the first time we met.
First time in person.
Yeah, we just been talking over social media.
Yep.
It's always good vibes.
I've been seeing you grind for a while now, putting out quality music, putting out quality videos. I got to see you perform live, right, at the Utah Verse.
Yes, sir.
So it was only right that I was like, yo, here's an opportunity. Let's get together. Let's chat.
That's love, bro.
So I want to start with, where are you from, Heeva?
So I'm from Rose Park, just west of here. Grew up around the Luckies, the neighborhood over there, by the Luckies in Rose Park.
Okay.
But yeah, that's where I'm from. Went to Meadowlark, Northwest, and then straight to West High School. Took the route that all Rose Park kids take, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It kind of is structured that way, right? Like everybody in your neighborhood goes to this elementary, that junior high, and this high school.
Yep. Me, Bobby, and Venu, we all went to the same schools. There was actually a point where I went to an academy, and then it's crazy because they were there too. So we all switched schools to an academy where we were wearing uniforms and stuff.
Oh, really?
And we had a talent show. And it was my group, and it was me and like some Tongans, and then it was Bobby and Venu and some Samoans, and then we were going against each other in the talent show. But this was like middle school, maybe 6th grade or something like that. But now we're all doing music, and it's crazy.
Yeah. You guys got a good relationship?
Yeah, we're solid.
Are you Tongan then?
Yeah, I'm Tongan.
Okay, that's dope. So what does it mean to be Tongan in Utah? Or in general, really?
Being Tongan, I take a lot of pride in being Tongan, just because Tonga. Well, the first time I got to go back to the motherland was last year February, and it was the first time I'd ever been there. I didn't know the language growing up. All I knew was English. My parents, they both speak Tongan, but I never spoke it until I went on a mission. I went on a mission for my church, and then I learned it out there. It wasn't when we were speaking. I didn't get called to Tonga, but I had a lot of companions that were straight from Tonga.
Yeah.
And so when I was with them, they were like, "Hey, we're gonna speak our mother language or what the locals speak here." Because I served in Papua New Guinea, so we were either speaking the Papua New Guinean language or Tongan. And so when I got back, then I knew now I had gained a relationship with a bunch of Tongans that were straight from there. And then I told my parents, I said, I want to take a trip back. So we went back to the motherland. I knew the language, and I feel like it was perfect timing for me to go back, because if I would have went when I was younger, I don't think I would have got the experience that I did. But Tonga's a beautiful country. They have beautiful people and their values and culture.
Yeah. I think that I could relate to you not knowing the mother language, right? Because I didn't know. I still don't know Spanish all that well, because I'm half black and half Mexican. And so, like, I'm struggling to learn Spanish. I really want to learn, but it's kind of a difficult thing for me right now.
I think I've been keeping up with that. Is that the No Hablo Español?
Yep.
Español. I can't speak Spanish, obviously, either. Yeah. So, but yeah, those are lit. I've been keeping up with that.
So did you you grew up in the church?
Yeah, born and raised.
How is it being a musical artist, right, and performing in maybe nightclubs and things like that, and kind of having this other life I shouldn't say other life, but this life that traditionally you don't really see accepted by the church, any church for that matter? Yeah,
it's since I started, it's been crazy, because a lot of people are like, how do you keep your music clean? Like in an industry that's that a lot of people they embrace, like the turning up part of the music industry and all that, and that's kind of glorified. And then I try and just focus my music on just pure relationships and love, life and experiences and stuff. And then people are like, yeah, how do you go to the bar and perform there? I mean, I'm like, I'm not over there taking drinks. I'm over there performing. I do my job and I get out. But I mean, it definitely was different for me to be introduced to all of that, because my first time going into a bar was when I went to go perform. Oh. So that was crazy. But I mean, I loved it. I mean, we turned up. I didn't drink. I mean, I didn't turn up that way.
Yeah.
But I did my thing. We had fun. The people there were nice, and it was just a good atmosphere.
Do you think? Do you ever see like it being a challenge where people? What's the term? Peer pressure? Like you're peer pressured into something that you're just not down with?
Not really. ever since, I mean, I already knew. I've kept my head straight most of my life.
That's good.
And so when I decided to take music seriously, I knew that there was gonna be times where I'm faced with, like, you know, in a situation like that where people might ask me to do something that I'm not used to doing or that I don't want to do.
Yeah.
Period. That I just kept my head straight. I'm confident when I go to a place like that. My wife knows. Before I get on the stage, I say a quick prayer, go up, do my thing, and then I just seen God's hand and all throughout everything.
That's beautiful, man.
He's been protecting me through situations. So,
do you said when you started taking music seriously? So how long have you been doing music, and what made you be like, nah, I'm taking this seriously. I got something here.
Man, it's crazy because I tell people this all the time. They're like, when did you start doing music? I said, I've been singing my whole life. Like, I sang in church. Me and my brothers, we did a little gospel choir together. But when I came back from my mission and we got thrown into quarantine, quarantine's the thing that did it. I mean, I feel like that did it for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because that's when my boy Venu started doing music too. We started at the same time because we were just in our house. I bought FL Studio. I started going out and just buying things because I was like, if I have a voice, I'm going to try and use it. So I started writing my own songs, which was straight garbage at the beginning, bro. I remember my first single I put out. I was so happy. I listened back to it. Now I'm like, what in the world was that garbage, man? But it was quarantine. Yeah, that's what did it for me. That's when I really got the time to sit down and try and do something with the talent that I feel God gave me.
Does music run in your family?
My dad's side, there's a lot of musicians on my dad's side, but they mainly do reggae music, reggae or Tongan music, and so now a lot of them will ask me, like, why aren't you doing reggae, Tongan music? I kind of took the route that's different from a lot of Polynesians that step into the music game. They like to go down that route, well, sticking with the reggae or cultural music. I already knew right off the bat, I was like, R&B is the thing that I love growing up, and so I'm going to make R&B music. A lot of people are like, when are you going to make a reggae song? I was like, I'm going to make R&B music. I love reggae music too, don't get me wrong. I grew up listening to a lot of reggae music as well, but R&B's always been my thing. I don't know. And then recently, I started getting more into pop. I feel like D&D's more of like a poppy type of song. But yeah,
it's your flavor though. Like I feel like with you, there is no just R&B, pop, hip. It's just Heeva. Like, you have your own sound, and I feel like you have something really special, man.
Appreciate it, man.
When did you know that you had something special? Do you? Do you know, like, how dope you are? That's probably more of a wifey question. Like, is he conceited?
Oh my gosh.
Nah. Go into your car to you.
You know what? I'm not even gonna lie. And any artist is probably lying. And I mean, I'm still up and coming. I'm not no mainstream artist, but I feel like any artist can tell you that when they're in the car by themselves, they're listening to their own music for sure. I mean, but there's a lot of times where I lose motivation still. I mean, I'm sure everybody does that's chasing a passion. But it's just constant reminders from my loved ones, my wife, obviously, and then things that happen like this interview. Like, I never knew that this was gonna happen.
No,
this was just so unexpected. You called me on like Friday, and I'm like, and then you're like, coming Monday.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the heck? Like, this is a milestone that I've been wanting to hit. And then when it's just simple things like this, and even when I got to perform at the Complex, venues that I've always heard of or dreamt of performing at, it's things like little milestones that whenever I hit them, I'm just like, all right, I can keep going. I have the talent.
Yeah, I think that's a good motivational boost, and I appreciate you even being like, Dre, yeah, of course I want to come, right? Like,
yeah, bro.
You could have easily been like, no, I don't. You know what I mean? But you came up here, man, and this is, you're a very spiritual person, right? I would, you have your faith, and I feel like when the stars align, per se, things happen that way. You know what I mean? Like, things happen for a reason, and it's your path. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And I'm just happy to be a part of it. I was very serious because we have plaques on the wall outside. I said, we need one from you now, right?
I'm gonna get it.
Not to put a lot of pressure on you, but we need one from you. We need 5. 5 would be cool. Like 6 would be cool, but give us 5. Give us 5 plaques.
Yeah. We'll start off with 5 maybe. No, that's the mindset though. Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every time I see like celebrities or my favorite artists post their plaques, I'm like, bro, what would it feel like to get one of them?
It's coming.
Right.
It's coming. You're going to feel that feeling. And I can't wait. I better be the first interview once you do get it.
I'll be like, hey, Dre, I brought the plaque back to you, 92.
Yeah, exactly. He'd be like, "Yo, Dre, I'm in LA. I can't take your call right now,
but I'll ship it over."
Yeah, I'll ship it.
Bro, that would be so dope, man. That would be humbling.
It's going
for
to
sure.
be, because it's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's going to be. My bad. See,
Yeah.
Dre is so positive, and I look up to this dude because he's one of the most genuine, down to earth people out there. Always looking out for the community. If anybody, like whoever's listening, y'all gotta tap in with Dre, because Dre shows love from a platform that can help so many people out. And it's people in your position where we, as artists and people like creators, I think we feel like it's impossible to get to people like you, Rawk. It's people. Sometimes we feel like it's impossible, but for y'all to just reach out to the community and look out for us, bro, it means a lot. And so we appreciate you, man.
Man, I appreciate that, man. It's words like that where it's like it makes it easy to do these things, right? Like it's hard to do these kind of things with somebody with a poor attitude, right?
Right.
Or somebody that might be impatient, because it's gonna happen. It's just about timing, right? You mentioned it earlier while we were setting up and stuff about the back end stuff. People don't see the hard work that goes into making a D&D, right? People don't see the struggles that we go through. They just see kind of the end product. It kind of makes me sad that people feel like they can't get to me, because I'm very much here. Like,
my bad. You're super approachable, bro.
Yeah.
You're easy to get to, but I'm like a lot of people that have your platform,
Yeah.
that have your position. It's harder to get to them, but you, Rawk, everybody that works here, U92, you guys are just so down to earth, genuine. You guys aren't just like, nah, brush them off. Like, you guys actually listen to us.
Absolutely. We're fighting all the time in these meetings. Like, I can't go into specifics about things, but let me just put it this way. This kind of stuff won't happen without Rawk, the program director, sign off of approval, right? So that's a big thing. That's a huge thing for our community. And I think it's very important to showcase talent like you, showcase artists that people want to get to know you, right?
Right.
So what does Heeva do other than music?
Well, right now, I mean, I just switched jobs. I used to be at Ken Garff Honda downtown, just down the street.
Oh, nice.
I used to be over there over the rental fleet. And then now I'm working with this engineering company where we just assembling stuff for the Army right now.
So aside from music, though, like what other passions do you have?
Oh, shoot. I don't know, man. Music's always just been my only passion, really. I mean, I'll dance here and there. I try to dance.
I've seen you dance.
I try to dance. Sometimes my wife's like, "Hey, Kay, you need to work. You need to work on your dance moves." Because my wife, she can groove, so she tried to teach me a little something here and there.
Yeah.
So,
one thing you said, it was at Utah Verse. Shout out to Kay the dog for putting, and Angela for putting that on.
for sure.
But something that you said before you performed, I ain't no rapper.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was dying when he said, I ain't no rapper, but we about to have some fun.
Right, because that's really how it be like every time I do a show.
Yeah.
Is because a lot of times it's just rappers, you know. And bro, shout out to all the rappers here in Utah. Everybody's grinding, they're doing their thing.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of talent out here too. But it's just crazy because there's so many of them, and then you don't have many singers. I mean, we have a few, but I mean, at least the shows that I've done, most of the time I'm the only singer. So as soon as I get up, everybody thinks I'm gonna rap. They're like, man, this kid's going up with glasses. He's gonna rap to us. And then I mean, that's why I felt the need to at Utah Verse. Usually I don't, but I was like, let me set this straight. I'm not a rapper.
Yeah.
But we're gonna have a good time.
Yep.
And then we got down to it, man. I had a lot of fun over there, bro.
You did your thing.
That was one of my favorite performances.
It was one of my favorite shows in general. Like, it was there. We talk about your section, right? We talk about Rose Park.
Yeah.
We've said names. Vanu, Bobby, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kay, all these guys from your guys' section. What's going on in Rose Park, man? Like, why is there so much talent in Rose Park?
I don't know. I mean, I don't even know how it because shout out to Motu Crazy too. He's from Rose Park.
Oh yeah,
but
he's nice.
There's just I don't know. There's like a different type of drive, I guess, in our neighborhood. I mean, a lot of people here in Utah. I mean, now that I live in Utah County, a lot of them be like, bro, Rose Park's the ghetto, bro. Rose Park is like, and I think it's that mindset or having that. Hearing that our whole lives that gets us going, I guess, and music's been our outlet for a lot of us because we used to sing at church. The rappers, they rap at school, they freestyle and everything, and this is our way of showcasing our talent. I mean, there's a lot of ballers that come out of Rose Park. Don't get me wrong, but if we weren't balling, then we were doing music, and I don't know. There's just I don't know what it is, but like everybody in Rose Park is always trying to. It's not necessarily compete with each other, but like everybody's always like, okay, this is what we're on now. Let's keep going. But we all have the same drive. I feel like.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but.
So when we gonna get the Rose Park tape?
Right. I don't know. We gotta hit the boys up. That would be dope, bro.
I would love it.
I think that would be a masterpiece.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's so much talent out there. I mean, like you said, man, there's everything. Everything's out. Dancers, ballers, actors, photographers, videographers. Everything is out there in one place. I had a conversation with Bev Up Utah. I don't know if you're familiar with her. She does was it is it Aqua Fresca? What is it, Waldo? Aqua Frescas, which is like a Mexican flavored water. And she created her own business with it. And she's from Rose Park. And something that she brought up to me is the gentrification in Rose Park, right?
Oh, yeah.
What does that mean to you?
I seen something like that. A lot of us were sharing it a little bit ago. It was like
Get up to the mic or pull the mic closer.
The Rose Park.
There you go.
I don't know if you've seen them on social media. They're like the Rose Park Brown.
Burnett or what's it?
Freak.
But not. What's the thing? What's the hat? Barnett, not Barnett's. Barrettes.
Barrettes.
Yeah.
There we go. But shout out to them because they're always making us aware of like the actual gentrification that's going on in our neighborhood. Because they shared something a little bit ago, like that little section over there by North Temple that they were gonna get rid of, or they were gonna bring in a whole new compound of something and just basically wipe out all the homeless that are over there, and it's like groups like that, and I don't even know how that came to be, but it's just super inspiring to see people from our community come together like that. And then every time something's shared from Rose Park, every single person in Rose Park, I feel like that's really what it is. I feel like now that I think about it, how you were asking me earlier what's going on in Rose Park, or why are so many people grinding out there, why are so many people making noise in Rose Park?
Yeah. It's
the support, bro. Like, somebody in Rose Park is doing something. I've seen people making food. Like, I had a neighbor, shout out him. He's on Instagram, That King Scar. But he was making beignets. He started making beignets, and everybody in Rose Park blowing up his business. Okay, I started making music. Everybody's blowing up my music. And so it really is just how tight the community is. And once they see that somebody's passionate about something, then they're going to push them as far as they can.
Yeah.
But
that's tight, man. I think when you have a tight community that will always show support and love and be genuine about it.
Yeah.
Right? That's a powerful thing. Absolutely.
Yeah, bro. Support is everything.
So what does it mean to you? Like, when you hear supporters and you have people sharing your TikToks? I see everybody be dancing to your stuff, man.
Yeah. I think when I see stuff like that, it really does like give me another push, like how I talked about hitting milestones. Just when people be sharing, they're listening to my song in the car or something with their family, their kids are listening to to my music in their car.
Yeah.
I had this family. They drove like 5 or 6 hours from southern Utah to come watch my show.
Wow. And
so it's just like hearing small things like that where I'm just like, this is crazy. Like, if I have that much of an impact on somebody's life, then there's got to be a reason why God put me here to do this. So
absolutely. And you got it, right? Like, there's something special about creating something and putting something out into the world and people feel it.
Yeah.
Right? Like, not just people like put it in their ears and listen to it, but people feel it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's a special thing.
When it moves somebody, yeah, like watching a project unfold is crazy. Like, I was talking to my wife about this the other day, like, just because she does fitness classes and she choreographs her own tracks, and then at a certain point, if she gets it approved, then they'll push it on to the next level where everybody that's doing that fitness format across the country will do it. Will be using that track, and it's the same thing as writing a song, right? You get an idea, you listen to a beat, you get a melody, you start writing something, you take it to the studio, you record it, and then you mix and master it down, and then you decide on a drop date, and then from that little idea, and then you see people actually listening to it, and then not like you said, like not just listening to it, but actually doing stuff with it. like the TikToks or people doing challenges to it. People putting it over like their cooking videos or something. You're like, that's crazy because that started out from just an idea in my head.
Yeah.
But just seeing all that unfold is beautiful, bro. It really is beautiful.
Have you ever wrote for somebody like ghostwrite?
That's the crazy thing. I haven't. I want to, but my mindset's always been like, it's hard enough for me to write for myself, and I want to get to the point where I'm confident writing for myself to where I can start writing for other people. Because when I first heard about that concept, I'm like, man, that's bizarre, bro. People actually write stuff and just give it away, and then just to see
Oh, correction, sell.
I mean, sell, not give it away.
Yeah, sell your stuff.
Yeah, I mean, and it's crazy that the dividends that they can make off of that too. But yeah, I kind of want to get to the point where I'm confident in my own songwriting because I am confident if it's me singing it, you know.
Yeah.
I don't want to like present my stuff to a bigger artist and they'll be like, but. You know, but I know that is a necessary step I should take, though.
I think definitely, right? Because then you can make some money, but then I think it would be fun to write out of something that isn't necessarily you, right? It's almost like writing a fiction novel, right? Where it's like you could talk about shooting somebody in the face, even though you would never do that. You know what I mean?
Right, because there's been some songs that were written by artists you would never think wrote it.
No. Not at all. And they got money. They got money. And think about how much you could do if you got a little bit of change in your bank.
Yeah. And I have heard of like artists that took off because of them ghostwriting for other artists.
That was Neo. I think Neo wrote Beautiful for Beyonce, I think.
Yeah, that sounds right. I think like Lil Yachty wrote freaking the City Girl song.
Yep.
But
are you still messing with Fruity Loops? You still make beats?
What? I downloaded it and I got into it for about a few weeks and then I gave up, bro. And I hopped right back onto GarageBand.
There you go.
So shout out to GarageBand, man. That's where everything started.
Go cut him a check.
Uh-huh.
So GarageBand, free program. You were just like, let me try this out.
Mm-hmm.
And you got familiar with it.
I got familiar with it, and it's not even the GarageBand on the laptop, bro. It's the GarageBand on my phone.
What?
All my rough drafts are on my phone. My wife will tell you.
Dang, Heeva. Let's get you a real studio.
I was saying, see, I bought a MIDI keyboard. I bought a what is it, audio interface. I bought everything necessary to use FL Studio. I just never took the time to sit down and learn it and like get. But I was telling my wife, I was like, now that I'm not going to school this semester, I can actually try and sit down and learn it. But yeah, now I just be using the GarageBand on my phone, bro. And I'll take my rough recording to some studios. And then they'll be like, bro, you recorded this on your phone?
That's what I'm saying.
Like, I've gotten to that level where I can actually engineer, and it sounds decent on my phone.
That's where it's like, imagine what you could do if you focused on something where, because you can, to be honest with you, as a creator, it doesn't matter what you use, right? You're gonna be able to paint with whatever tools you got. If your tool is a phone, you're still gonna be able to make a dope thing out of it,
Facts.
right? I think Laffy Taffy was off of like Fruity Loops, like first generation Fruity Loops, right? And that went,
Bananas,
quadruple
bro.
platinum.
Bro, I watched so many of those genius deconstructed videos on YouTube, how they like break down the beats of the top hits of today, and it's just crazy, bro. People just throw a guitar loop, put a beat over it, throw it into like some type of thing that distorts it, and then boom, hit.
Yep.
And they're making thousands off of it.
Sometimes we overthink things.
Yeah, and simplify stuff, man. I kind of learned that too because at the beginning of my songwriting stages, I try to jumble a bunch of words into a melody, or like I try to jumble a bunch of words into a line, and I thought it sounded cool, but then when it went out, when I dropped it, people were like, people mess with the melody, but they could never sing along, bro, because I was putting way too much in there, and I thought it was cool, like from my own perspective. And then I started hearing like, hey, you should probably use less words. My brother told me, he's like, bro, you should put less words into your songs. And I was like, man, shut up.
Yeah.
I was at.
You don't know nothing.
Yeah, I was like, man, you can't criticize my music, bro. But then I went back. My next song, I put less words in there. And then it's just like this, the simpler songs, simple melodies. Those are the easiest to sing along, and those are the ones that go on the radio. That's why you can't get it out of your head because it's so catchy.
Yep.
And it's so simple.
Speaking of catchy songs, you had a song that you released last Christmas, last December, right?
Yeah.
Where did this song come from?
The Wear My Sweater?
Yeah,
joint?
where did Wear My Sweater come from? What gave you the inspiration to release a holiday type of song?
I think it was watching This Christmas and
Love that movie.
seeing and everybody knows This Christmas by Chris Brown. I mean his version of it,
Yeah.
at least. And I remember I was telling my wife, she was my girlfriend at the point. I was telling her, I was like, man, I want to make something like that. I want to make some type of Christmas tune. And then I pulled up a bunch of Christmas R&B beats because I was like, if I'm gonna make a Christmas song, it's definitely gonna be R&B because that's my style. So I put a Christmas R&B beat, found one, and I was like, hey, this one goes. And I just started singing, humming. That's always how I start. I just start humming a melody over the beat, and I'm like, well, that was the main melody on it, anyways. And then I just outside, just wear my sweater, and I was like, bro, that kind of goes. I was like, it sounds funny. Like you wouldn't think of a song called "Wear My Sweater," you know?
No, it's perfect.
But because my mom's was actually dogging on it, bro. She was like, "You're gonna drop a song called "Wear My Sweater," and I was like, But then after a while, people were like, "Hey, Mister, wear my sweater," and it was catchy.
Doug, when you have, I don't know if this was your guys' relationship, but my wife always takes my hoodies, always takes my clothes. She's always wearing my sweater.
Yeah.
Now it's like, yo, like wear my sweater. Like you could be more like cool with it. You know what I mean?
Chivalry. That's what I said in the song. I said they said that chivalry is dead. I guess I brought it back. Like just being a gentleman. I try to open the door for my shorty.
Yeah.
I try to be a gentleman as much as I can. I mean, hopefully she thinks I'm a gentleman.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was catchy too. I was like, then wear my sweater, because it's not something you hear on every Christmas song.
No.
And I was like, I'll just bring my own type of flavor, and I'm looking forward to doing another one this year, bro.
Ooh.
Yeah, bro. Stay tuned.
Can I get the exclusive?
Shoot, I haven't even started writing it yet.
Hopefully, hopefully I can play it up here. That'd be cool.
Bro, that would be dope.
I would love to put that song in rotation.
That would be dope. I would like to hear that spin on U92.
Because I was spinning it outside regardless.
I saw that, bro. As soon as I was watching your story and I said, hold up. And I went back and I heard my voice in the background. I was like, this fool's spinning, wear my sweater. So I screen recorded that. I sent it to my brothers and my shorty, and I told them, hey, this is the DJ from U92. He's spinning my stuff over at the event. And they're like, no way. Posted it on my story. I was like, hey, Dre's showing love, man. Yeah. You show love, you get love.
Yeah, for sure.
That's how it works.
So when did you actually get married? Was this recent?
Well, this is like, what are we going on, 3.5, almost 4 months?
Usually, how old are you?
22.
Being 22, you're young.
Mm-hmm.
22 years old, you got a wife, you got a career that you're working on. Usually you don't have your mind, like you're, and I say usually because a lot of the 22-year-olds, including myself when I was 22, Waldo knew me when I was 22, I was not very like goal-oriented and like want to settle down type of mindset. Where did that come from? Did you have a household that was very much solid in that sense?
Yeah, a lot of my brothers, they got married right after their missions as well. That was always kind of like a thing for us, is when you get back, or I mean, even if you don't serve a mission, because everybody has their own choice.
Yeah,
nobody's gonna get forced to go on a mission. But like if you don't want to serve a mission, date around. I mean, but none of us were forced to get married at a certain time. It all just kind of happened. And since my older brother, I've always just watched him get married super early, and then that just kind of grew into a culture. But everybody has their own timetable. When I met my shorty, obviously we dated around for a little bit, and we moved pretty quick. But they say when you know, and
yeah,
I know.
I think it's beautiful. I think that I'm the family guy, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, you guys need kids now. Like,
yeah.
Like I'm that kind of guy. I love to see strong relationships, right?
Yeah.
Because relationships are tough, man. There's a lot of work that goes into it. There's trust, there's commitment, there's honesty. There's a bunch of other things that make a relationship, and I think it's dope that you guys have a solid one.
Yeah, she, like I said, she teaches fitness classes. So I go to as much of them as I can. She comes to all my shows, all my studio sessions that she can as well. And we just built a foundation of support and trust and love, unity. And we're working on it every day, but it's beautiful. Marriage life is beautiful. People always ask me, they're like, how does it feel to be married? And then a lot of people are like, hey, you're doing music and you married really young. And I love it. I know that this is what God's plan is for me. I know that she's who God put in my life.
Yeah.
And so,
I'm
ready to take on my music career with her.
Yep. That's beautiful. And plus, you're in a position now where you could really be like the big homie to somebody that might be following kind of your footsteps, right? This is what, somebody might be having a hard time trying to juggle both a relationship and their career at the same time. Mm-hmm. You're a perfect person. You're who I would go to if I was an artist and in a fresh new relationship. Oh, like, what are you guys doing? How do I make sure that she knows that she's my world, and how do I, make sure I follow my dreams as well?
Right. Yeah, because I had been told that, having a relationship and chasing the career that I'm chasing is impossible. I had been told that, and people were like, yeah, well, not people, but other artists I had talked to, they're like, bro, it's going to be hard trying to do that and have a relationship at the same time. But I was like, I'm just listen to what I feel like God wants for me, and I knew exactly what God wanted for me, and then everything else, any other opinions that were given to me just became irrelevant.
Yeah.
And because I know that I can chase it just the exact same drive and motivation with her.
Yep. Probably even faster and better and stronger.
Yeah, I've seen blessings. I've seen blessings ever since we got married, or ever since I've been with her. I haven't seen like a slowdown in anything, and people were saying people might expect that in the music industry, but I've just seen so many blessings come, bro. Nothing's really slowed me down. I've been booked for shows. Nothing's happening, but I feel the same amount of drive with her.
That's beautiful, man. So why Utah County?
Man,
that's a long way for Rose Park.
Cause that's where she's from, man. You know how it goes. You know how it goes, Dre. Yeah, no, she's an AF baby, so she grew up in American Fork. When we started looking for houses, she was like, hey, there's a really cheap one out here, and it's, it's nice, and it'll suit the both of us. And I was like, say less. If that's where you want to live, then I want to live there too.
That's dope, man.
And, bro, it's really peaceful out there,
Yeah.
It's so much different. It's like, it's crazy how you could just drive 30 minutes south and you're in a whole different world.
Absolutely. I felt it as soon as I went there. Utah County really messes with the station. When I went out there on for the summer, I was doing some stuff with Fizz, and like everybody that pulled up was like, "Yo, I just heard you." Even the employees were like, "Yo, we listen to you all the time." And then I did the same one, and I won't say the city, but it's a closer city to Salt Lake, and it was not the same, right? It's just crazy how much love we got out there. So
yeah, is that when you went to the one in American Fork?
Yeah,
Swig in American Fork.
Yep.
Yeah, because she's actually got a cousin. Her name's Kina, but I hit her up because she works at Swig, and I was like, hey, yo, I sent her your post. Yeah. But she works at the one in Lehigh. So I was like, freak. I was like, hey, Dre's over there. You should tap in with him. But yeah, bro, it's crazy. It's crazy how much of a difference you can see, because out there in American Fork, I'm living out there, my boys are hitting me up like, hey, this happened, this went down, and it's like a lot of the same stuff's going down back at home, and it's just crazy, man. Like,
yeah,
to see the difference.
So what are you going to school for?
I've been going to school for business. I've been majoring in entrepreneurship and a minor in music tech. But what's funny, bro, is I failed my music tech class, bro. Out of all my classes, I failed my music tech class.
How the hell did you do that?
I don't know, man.
You thought you knew it all, huh?
I sure did. Nah, it really was just like a lack of concentration and really just hypocrisy. I mean, not hypocrisy. What's the freaking word? Not hypocrisy.
Procrastination.
Procrastination, bro. I got both of them mixed up, but it was procrastination, bro, because I was supposed to download the software, waited about 3 weeks out before the semester ended, and it was too late.
What school you going to?
The U.
Dang, so you watched that game on Saturday?
Well, that's the funny thing.
I hate football.
So that's the funny thing. I go to the U, but my family's been a BYU family since I grew up, and so actually when they found out I was gonna go to the U, they near disowned me, bro. But my wife's brother is the running back at BYU.
What's his name?
Lopini Katoa.
And yeah, he had a couple touchdowns on Saturday, didn't he?
Nah, he had like a one-handed catch. I don't know if you saw that, but he like ran out on the flat, caught a one-handed grab. He had a few good runs. So yeah, him and Tyler Algiers, they switch off, but that's her brother. And so
Katoa, like the Katoas. Did you have any Katoas that went to Cottonwood?
Yeah.
Like Lynn and them.
Lynn, yeah.
Bro, you know Lynn?
That's my cousin.
Oh, really?
No, not really, but like, like Lynn, Paul. Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's her first cousins.
Yeah, haven't seen Lynn in a minute, but yeah, I know the Katoas.
Yeah.
That's love.
So that's my wife's family, and shout out to my mother-in-law. She just got out of brain surgery, bro.
Oh wow.
So and we had a fundraiser event last week for her, and everybody just went bananas on the support, bro. The love was crazy. People on sharing it on social media. We raised so much money within like hours, bro. But so she recently found out just a few weeks ago, maybe, that she had a brain tumor. So everything happened super quick, like from there to her surgery, and. Yeah, so I want to give her a shout out, Angie Katoa.
Angie Katoa, much love.
She's recovering really well though.
So how long? When did she get out of surgery?
She got out. Her surgery was on Saturday.
Oh, so it's fresh. It hasn't even been like a week yet.
Yeah. So
wow.
She'll come home tomorrow, and then she'll just be bedridden, and my wife will be going back and forth to help her. But
was she did she get her surgery at the U?
No, she got it at Utah Valley Hospital.
I was about to say, she probably was like, no, I don't go to you.
No, it was funny because she was right down the street from the Lavelle Edwards.
Oh, okay.
And her son's over there playing, and he was playing his heart out for her. And a lot of the players wrote Angie on their arm, and so it was really special, bro.
That's really dope. Cool. Did you ever play sports?
Played a little bit of football. Played rugby for like a year and a half, and then got my nose broken by one of the BYU football players now. So that was fun.
Let's jump him.
Yeah, let's do it. Alden thought we coming for you, bro.
Dang, you said his name?
Nah, we're cool, bro. I was just talking to him after the game, but yeah, it was just an accident. So
what was it? Did you go to West all 4 years?
So I went to West.
Or you went to the private school or the academy?
Yeah, well, I mean, not any of my high school years. I went to West freshman, sophomore, junior, and then like 3 months into my senior year, then I went to Cottonwood, bro.
You went to Cottonwood?
I went to Cottonwood, bro. But I graduated from Ames.
I mean, we kind of look at y'all like you guys are kind of like a part of our school, but not really.
Come on, bro. Don't do that to us,
y'all
bro.
were like the stepchild. Like, we had to babysit y'all. So that's why we put you guys in that back corner.
Dude, I hated that. I hated our little wing. Y'all gave us like 1/6 of the school, bro.
Yep. No love at all.
Yeah, I went over there like 3 months into my senior year. My parents wanted me to go over there and finish over there. But it was a lot of fun. Her uncle was actually the reason why I got it, and he was like the assistant principal or something.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, because you know how hard it is to get in Ames.
Yeah.
But
you gotta be smart.
Yeah. Hey, come on, Dre. I'm smart, bro.
That's why he had to work so hard. He was like, give him a chance.
Bro, I'm hella smart, bro. Come on.
You flunked music.
Music tech, bro, and you're a musician. How did you do that, bro? I know, man. It's just, I don't know.
It's giving you a hard time. So, Heeva, we're gonna be playing a song of yours.
Yep.
It's called D&D.
Yes, sir.
What's D&D stand for?
D&D stands for Do Not Disturb.
Sometimes it be like that. Yo, don't disturb me, man.
Yeah. Sometimes you gotta put your phone on D&D because that's what the chorus says. It says, "Phone on D&D. Please do not disturb my peace." And I mean, my wife can testify to this. I'm not somebody that's always on my phone, and if I am on my phone, I'm usually playing wordscapes or I don't know, writing music or something. But a lot of my brothers get pissed off because I don't reply to their text messages and everything. And so when I came out with this song, a lot of them were like laughing. They're like, "Man, you made a whole song about how you use your phone, bro. Like, you really don't. You never reply to our messages and everything. Now you gonna make a song about it, bro.
Leave a message at the tone.
You leave a message at the tone, man."
So where did the inspiration come from for that?
Well, cause
other than your own life.
Yeah. I actually saw one of my favorite artists is Polo G. Yeah. One of my favorite mainstream artists is Polo G. And he dropped a song called D&D. And when I started listening to D&D, I was like, bro, that's a dope title. Because he's talking about how he has his phone on D&D sometimes. And then I was like, so I always wanted to incorporate that into one of my songs. And then I was going through beats one day and I heard that beat. And you know how it has like that bounce, like dum,
yep.
Dum, 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 dum. Yep. And I was like, bro, this is so bouncy. And then I was like, and when I was writing it, I was thinking I have like a list of all the things I want to use in my songs. And then I saw D&D and I was like, D&D, and I was like, bro, that would be hard. And so I get to writing. and then I started recording it on my GarageBand app, and then so I wrote the hook first. And I was like, bro, this is catchy, because I did the pretty please, yeah, and I wanted to have that bounce like fun D, so that when you listen to it, then your head starts bopping right away. Right when the beat drops, I said I want everybody's head to start bopping, and then using the D&D, I was like, okay, how can I use D&D? Usually my phone's on. It's not on D&D, but I don't really reply to a lot of people. Not because I'm not on like I'm cool or anything. It's just I guess I just don't make the effort to, or I get lazy to.
Yeah.
But I never. It's not like on I'm cooler than you stuff. It's just I just forget to a lot of times, and unless it's my wife, of course, because then
then you get
in trouble, man.
Yep.
But and usually a lot of times I don't reply to stuff is when I'm with my wife, because I try and put my phone down and be in the moment. And I do fail sometimes.
I think we all do, right?
Yeah.
We're human.
Right. But I do try my best, and so that's where the inspiration came from. That's why I'm like, tell them leave me alone when I'm with you.
Yep. I love it, man. I think it's a really good song. We're going to be playing it. This could be the first time that we played it on the radio. So what does that mean to you?
And this means a lot to me. This is a moment I've been looking forward to my whole life, and I didn't think it would become this quick, but it did, and I appreciate U92 and Dre, my brother, for making this happen, and this is just really special to me. Appreciate y'all.
Absolutely. I got one last question for you. You being a musical artist, what is your biggest challenge?
My biggest challenge, honestly, is losing motivation, bro. Like, cause sometimes I wake up and I'm like, I'm gonna write a song today, and I'm gonna write the world's greatest song, and then some days I wake up and I'm like, man, nobody rocks with me no more. Nobody listens to my music. And so that's really what it is. And then sometimes I wake up on that low of like, nobody listens to my music, and then something happened throughout the day. I get a call from Dre. He says, hey, come to U92. Let's do an interview and let's spin your song on U92. And it's stuff like that, bro, that just keeps me going.
So hopefully you don't lose that motivation. Hopefully on those down days, you realize that like there is people out here that rock with you. There is people out here, even if, and I try to be as vocal as I can for the people that I want to support and care about, but you also have to find that within yourself, right? You have to find that within yourself that like what I am doing is making a difference.
Right.
You got people 6 hours away driving to see you.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It makes a difference. So don't when there are those times where you're down on yourself, or you feel depressed, or you feel like not inspired or motivated, just remember that you do have something dope. There is gold there. You just gotta pull it out of yourself. Right. You can't expect wifey, brothers, sisters, moms, Dre. You can't expect anybody to pull that out of you. You got to kind of pull that out of yourself. And that's a tough thing to do.
It is, man. But you're right. It's mandatory.
Or what the kids say, Mando.
Mando.
That's what
it's Mando.
It's Mando.
I love saying that word.
Yeah, me too. Now, you know what? The newest word that I like to say now is dead ass.
Bro, I
don't know if I can say that on the radio. I just did.
It's just crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, you get on your social media, and you see what words are trending. Like I got on a House of Highlights post one time, and every single person on there was like how many thousands of comments that just said, "Nah, he tweaking."
Nah, he tweaking.
Yeah, bro. And I was like, dang, it's just crazy what people come up with.
K the dog, he was, I'm weak.
I'm weak. Hey, shout out K, man. Yeah. Shout out K. K's always showing love too. He's been a big bro, for me throughout this whole music ever since I started. K, man.
Yeah, love to
shout
K.
Out to K, man.
He's a real one. Is there any artist that you haven't worked with that you want to?
I want to work with K. I think me and him have always talked about getting something together. It's just finding the right vibe or the right track, right beat for us to get over. Because K's style. But I was just like, man, you just throw down a verse and I'll put a hook on there and call it straight. But yeah, anybody else?
Or maybe like, people that you
like
have
dream collabs? Or are you talking about local, bro?
Anything.
Shoot.
And put we're on that same pedestal, so put us up there too. So when you say local versus Dream Star,
put that
on. We're on the same level.
You're right. We're all on the same level.
You could say Polo G in the same category with K. You could say Drake in the same category with Bobby.
Yes,
right?
sir.
Like
that's the mindset right there.
Who would you like to work with?
I would like to work with.
I know you've thought about it.
Man, honestly, bro, I don't know if you know who he is, but I want a C4 feature.
Oh yeah, he's dope. So is he? I'm not gonna say that. Is he West Valley?
I don't even know. I think C4's from Cali.
Is he?
Yeah,
but he was out here, right?
But C4's from Cali, but I think he stays somewhere around Sojo or Draper or something because he went to Bingham.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because a few of my cousins went with him to Bingham. But yeah, shout out C4, man.
I reacted to one of his videos, I think.
Yeah, I think he had that song with Fat Boy.
Yeah. Oh, I love Fat Boy.
Fat Boy's hard. Me and him got like 2 songs, but it still ain't dropped yet. So.
Yo, when he put out that I still pour out for my 40. Oh man.
Yep.
I lost my mind.
Yeah, bro, that one's a classic. Shout out Fat.
So, Heeva, last words. What do you got to tell your supporters? Tell all of Utah.
First of all, I want to tell all of Utah to wake up, you know? Like there's talent here. There's talent here, and just to support the creators that are here in Utah, not even just artists, bakers, artists that draw, like those type of artists. Mm-hmm. Just any type of content creators. People like Dre. Dre's one of the hardest working people I know. He's out here. The content that he puts out is just quality. Like you have that the content that people paid lots of money for, and I'll shoot you a message, be like, yo Dre, shoot me that picture that you made, bro. That picture was dope, and then you just send it automatically, bro. You don't charge me no fee.
No,
but
allegedly, some of y'all be charging.
He might charge some of y'all, but like, yeah, nobody sees the work that we put in, and I think a lot of people don't realize how much talent's actually here in Utah. So just support. That's it. Everybody that you know, if you have a friend or family that's doing music, you have a friend or family that's, if they're trying to start a YouTube channel, just show them love. That 2 seconds that it takes to show love means so much more than you know.
Yeah, because you just never know who's going to see it.
Right.
There's one thing that I live by is perform as if the world's watching. It doesn't matter if there's 5 people in the crowd or if there's 6,000 people in the crowd. You just never know. Perform as if the world is watching. Heeva, what are your socials? Where can people follow you and support you?
You guys can follow me on all social media platforms, Heeva.music. Yep.
And go ahead and introduce this new song.
This new song is called D&D, stands for Do Not Disturb. It's real tropical vibe. You'll hear the waves coming in and out. You'll hear that bounce. So right when the beat drops, you're going to start bobbing your head, and that's how you know it's a banger.
Let's get into it. D&D Heeva right here on U92.
Hey, hold on D&D, please do not disturb my peace. I can't talk with nobody, saying pretty please, yeah. If you hit my phone, leave a message at the tone. Tell them leave me alone when I'm with you, yeah.